Namaskar friends, this is NJ, host on this channel. In this video we will have our discussion on a very important concept of Vedic astrology, which is going to be on understanding the pulse or nadi of nakshatras. Like for example, like the way while doing any of the astrological analysis, we give attention towards planetary conjunction. If it is happening in someone's chart, two or more planets are conjunct in the same house. So that ways planets impart their influence on other planets. And in the case of all those planets who have got additional aspects, through their aspect, they affect the signification of other planets. But guys, same way even nakshatras also has got the power and influence to affect the signification of other nakshatra. And just because nakshatra follows the same sequence, after Ashwini it is going to be Bharani next, after Dhanishta it is going to be Sadbhisha next. So I mean to say, basis your moon nakshatra. In this whole discussion we will start with moon asterism, moon nakshatra first. So whatsoever your moon nakshatra is, basis the sequence which you will follow in particular placement or specific placement of the order. For example, 10th nakshatra from your moon nakshatra, if you will start counting, 25th nakshatra, if you will start counting from your moon nakshatra, has been attached some of the signification in our holy scriptures. Now some of the signification are positive, rewarding, some of the signification are bit karmic, bit cautionary. So that is something which we will try to understand in this video, because if you are going to have a knowledge of all of these placement from your moon asterism, it is definitely going to help you while doing astrological assessment analysis for someone, while looking at the result of the transit, and at the same time even at the time of determining the auspicious timings for specific events, or at the time of doing compatibility between two people. So having a knowledge of these important placement and positions from your moon nakshatra is definitely going to help you. So friends, to begin with, first of all you need to understand the importance of your moon asterism. Like one signification of this moon nakshatra could be that it is going to give you deep insight into someone's thinking pattern, someone's emotional state. That can be looked at one feature of studying the moon asterism, moon nakshatra. Second feature could be only on the basis of your moon asterism, your moon nakshatra, your whole dasha period gets calculated, because no matter how much strength planet are holding in your chart or planets are in a weak state, you get the results only in the time period of those planets. So it's only because of the calculation of your dasha system you experience your life, you go through different experiences in this lifetime. So that could be seen as the second attached signification of the moon asterism. And friend, the most important feature of your moon asterism is that, like the way it has been believed in spirituality and in majority of the religions, is that our soul takes birth in this lifetime to learn the lesson, to get rid of the karmic baggage, and at the same time to attain perfection. Like in the cosmos, where all of the account of our deeds, our actions, our thoughts, our intentions are stored. So some people look at it as a cosmos, some people look at it as absolute reality. But trust me guys, it is your moon asterism only in the cosmos which has got the complete account of all of your past life deeds and actions. And on the basis of, once your karmic account gets ripened enough that it cannot hold it, you have to take birth in order to get rid of all the karmic baggage. So I mean to say friends, the moon asterism holds a lot of importance, a lot about a native's personality, karmic account, past life, tendencies can be successfully attained just only by the successful scrutinization of someone's moon nakshatra. So friends, this is something which I wanted to tell you. Now coming to our today's discussion. So friends, before we will come to this point of understanding these specific placement in a order starting from your moon asterism or your moon nakshatra, let's first try to label all the 27 nakshatras in a specific proper category. So the term, the name which has been used in Phal Deepika in our holy scriptures to define this category is Navtara. Now Nav, which means 9, Tara, which means star. So now here what you have to do is that, as you must be seeing this table on your screen, where I have labeled 9 categories or 9 rows, as first being the Janm Nakshatra or Janm Tara. Now you know Janm Tara means your natal moon nakshatra. What all does it tell about? We have already discussed that. The second is going to be Sampat. Now here if you will start keying in all of the nakshatras starting from on the first column, you have to write your moon star, your moon asterism, and then you have to follow the sequence of 27 nakshatras. So let's say for example, if in your case your moon nakshatra is Dhanishta, so on the first column you have to write Dhanishta, in the second you have to write Sadbisha, in the third you have to write Purvabhadrapada. So that is how you have to follow the chain. So if your moon nakshatra for example is Kritika, so what you have to do is that you have to write in the first column your moon nakshatra as Kritika. Then you are going to follow the same sequence of 27 nakshatra, that after Kritika you have to write Rohini, then you have to write Mrigshira, then you have to write Adra. So that is the order guys which you have to follow. So that you have understood. So guys, the 9 rows which I have mentioned over here, which is also known by the name of Navtara, are starting with the Janam Nakshatra. Second is Sampat, which tells about prosperity. Now if you will give attention to the table, the nakshatra number 2, nakshatra number 11, nakshatra number 20 from your moon nakshatra, if you will make a count, are generally considered as the nakshatra which holds the power to give you prosperity. So if your important planets are placed over there, transit of the important planets, like major transit of the year is generally of Jupiter, of Saturn, Rahu, Ketu. So if it is going to be happening from the Sampat nakshatra of yours, from your moon asterism, moon nakshatra, that holds the potential to grant you some good results, some good gifts. Moving ahead friends, the third row is known as the Vipat Tara, which means this could be filled with threat. So these 3 nakshatra starting from your moon nakshatra, which are number 3, number 12 and number 21. So these nakshatra could bring little bit of the troubles, little bit of the delays and obstacles in your life if your important planet are going to be placed over here. Moving ahead friends, the fourth Tara is the Shema, which represents about success and growth, in which your nakshatra number 4, 13 and 22 from your moon star is going to fall. Moving ahead friends, the next row is of Pratak Tara, which represents obstacles. So nakshatra number 5, 14 and 23 can be seen as significator or being prone to create obstacles in your life if your important planets are going to be placed over there. Next Tara is Sadhana, which are nakshatra number 6, 15, 24, capable of granting you good results, good success in the life. Next Tara is of Nidhana, which represents miseries, in which the nakshatra number 7, 16 and 25th comes guys. And next is Mitra. So from your moon nakshatra, nakshatra number 8, 17 and 26 holds the potential and power to act and work as friends with you in your life towards your path in life. And the last Tara is Paramitra, devoted friends. So the nakshatra number 9 in a sequence from your moon asterism, nakshatra number 9, 18 and 27 holds the power to act as your most devoted, loyal, staunch friend of your soul in this lifetime. So from that perspective, now you know that how to categorize and how to see all the 27 nakshatras in which light. And friends, you must have heard this term so many times from many people, where they say that your first Vimshotri Dasha is capable of giving you strong foundation. Second Vimshotri Dasha gives you potential of earning good wealth. Third Vimshotri Dasha generally brings lot of struggles, lot of obstacles. So somehow you can fairly see on the basis of these Navtaras, because once you will start putting up your moon nakshatra and other following nakshatra, you will get to know that the first row is ruled by the same planet. The second row is being ruled by the same planet which rules the 3 nakshatra of its own. And even the Vimshotri Dasha follows the same pattern if you will follow this table, because obviously after Saturn the next dasha from Vimshotri dasha comes out to be of Mercury. After Mercury it has to be of Ketu. After Ketu it has to be of Venus. So even from over here, by looking at this chart, you can fairly conclude that the Vimshotri dasha in a order, like 7th Vimshotri dasha from your birth, could be significator of little bit of the obstacles and miseries, because it is falling in the Nidhana category. And the 9th dasha, or for example the 2nd dasha, could be significator of good success, and it could actually support you. So that is something which you can fairly see over here by properly placing your nakshatras in a proper category. Now guys, the next thing over here is that just I will try to give you a small example in a way that for someone who has got his moon nakshatra as Pushya. So now what you have to do is that you have to first, in the first section you have to put Pushya. Once you put Pushya, then you have to follow the same sequence of the 27 nakshatra. In the next column you are going to have Ashlesha, in the next column you are going to have Magha. So that is how you will fill, and you will get to know which nakshatra are actually acting as benefic, as supporting friendly pillar in your life, and which nakshatra holds this potential of creating some difficulties or hindrances in your life. Now guys, coming to the most important section of our today's discussion, which is now going to be on Nadi, actually understanding the pulse of the nakshatras. So friends, in this category I'm just going to discuss few of the important placement which might help you in understanding and decoding the planetary vibrations and their manifesting results in your life. So the first placement is the 4th placement from your moon nakshatra in the chart in the table. So whichsoever nakshatra is going to be 4th from your moon nakshatra. In this chart, in this reference example chart, as you can see over here, for someone who has got his moon nakshatra as Pushya. So in the 4th there is Purva Falguni nakshatra which is coming out over there. So this nakshatra is going to act as the Jati. So now what do I mean by Jati? So guys, Jati, as it is a Hindi terminology which tells about your birth information, about your lineage, about your loyalty towards your kith and kin, towards your family ties. So if you will start scrutinizing this nakshatra in a sequence from someone's moon nakshatra, nakshatra number 4, that is definitely going to give you this information, how much strength native is going to possess in order to fulfill his or her duties and responsibilities towards his family lineage. Now let's say for example, if you will find a strengthened Mars over here, so native might become little bit aggressive, little bit defensive towards any of the concerns of his family, or protecting the dignity and his family's name. If you will find Saturn strengthened over there, so you might get this information and idea that native might be little bit orthodox, native might be little bit intolerant towards anything against his family ties. So that is how guys you have to give attention, the important planetary placement which I am telling you. So friends, let's just try to understand it with a very simple reference example. If in your case Saturn rules your 2nd house and it is weakly placed in your chart, so even in the transit, the moment Saturn is going to be transiting the Jati nakshatra of yours, so that could be a time period where all of the ongoing issues in your family front might take a very extreme turn. Moving ahead friends, the next important or prominent placement from your moon nakshatra is the position number 8, which is known as the Matru nakshatra. So now what is going to happen is that this nakshatra is going to tell you about your relationship with your mother. This nakshatra is going to tell about how much fulfillment, nourishment you are going to receive from your mother. So if you actually want to know about someone's emotional fulfillment, concerns of nourishment, you have to look at the nakshatra number 8 from the moon nakshatra. Moving ahead friends, now you have to reach the position or place number 10 starting from your moon nakshatra. So now this nakshatra will be labeled with the term of karma in Nadi nakshatra, and this nakshatra is going to tell you about your professional endeavors, your style of executing your duties, what kind of professional environment you will be working in. So all of that information can be derived by successful scrutinization of this Karma Nakshatra. Now the good part here is that this nakshatra is ruled by the same planet which rules your moon nakshatra. If you will carefully study this table. So now what is going to happen is that someone who has got a moon nakshatra as Mriksira, so his karma nakshatra is definitely going to be Chitra. Someone whose like moon nakshatra is going to be Bharani, so his karma nakshatra is definitely going to be Purva Falguni. So now guys, this is going to give you this indication that the planet which is your moon nakshatra lord is definitely going to have a overall say in the nature of work or duties which you will undertake in this lifetime. Now friends, following the same sequence and moving ahead, now you have to reach the placement or position number 16 starting from your main moon asterism moon nakshatra. Now this placement has been labeled with the term of Sanghatika in Nadi nakshatra, and Sanghatika, if you will try to do a Sandhi Viched, or if you will try to split this word in two parts, so Sangh means association, friendship, union, influence, and Tika means obstacles and difficulties. So now what you have to give attention to is that if any of your important planet is going to be placed in this nakshatra, Sanghatika nakshatra, nakshatra number 16 starting from your moon nakshatra, so this nakshatra can actually create obstacles in those kind of association, in those kind of relationship, those kind of union, representing by the nature of planet and the ownership of the houses by that planet, which is going to be present in this Sanghatika nakshatra. So that particular planet needs to be studied very carefully, specifically regarding any outside activities, any outside association engagement with people. Now friends, here comes the important contribution of Vedic astrology, or going to the deep pulse of these nakshatra. Now imagine you are on a lookout for marriage and you run into someone whose moon nakshatra is falling in your Sanghatika category. So for example, for someone who has got Pushya as the moon nakshatra and someone who has got a moon nakshatra as Dhanishta, that proposal comes to you, or you run into someone with this kind of planetary alignments, so in future this could create difficulty. It's not only restricted to relationship or marriage, the same principle can also be applied to business partnership at the same time. So friends, moving ahead and following the same sequence, now the moment you're going to reach the place number 18 from your moon nakshatra, so this place in Nadi nakshatra is being known as the Samudaya. So Samudaya word in itself means community. So this placement or this nakshatra holds a lot of importance in your life. This nakshatra holds the potential and capacity to give you the fruits of all of the good deeds done in the past life, and same ways in the form of successful execution of your projects, support and luck of the divine, and support of the divinity, support of the luck and fortune. So from all of those perspectives, this nakshatra is definitely going to play a very important key role in your success, and there couldn't be a better case if any of your natal planet is going to be either present on this nakshatra or at the prime of your life, any of the major transit going through this 18th number nakshatra or the Samudaya nakshatra compared to or starting from your moon nakshatra. Moving ahead friends and following the same sequence, now you have to stop at the nakshatra number 19 starting from your moon nakshatra. So this place or the nakshatra placed over here will be categorized or labeled as the Adhana nakshatra. So Adhana nakshatra can be defined as that this nakshatra is going to tell about your creative prospect. This nakshatra is going to give information about your relationship with your father. And at the same time, let's say for example, if you have any important planet present over this Adhana nakshatra, and the moment you're going to start the dasha or planetary time period of this planet, so that dasha can actually bring some very good results in your life. Some new ventures might opened up, some new opportunities might come to you, and you might initiate some important projects. So even from all of those perspectives, either your natal planet present in this Adhana nakshatra or the transit of important planets going through this Adhana nakshatra can be seen as very promising for the success of the native. Now moving ahead friends, now you have to stop at the nakshatra number 23 starting from your moon nakshatra. So now this nakshatra will be known as the Vinasha. This is a Hindi word Vinash which in English can be translated as destruction, chaos, annihilation. So this nakshatra is going to be responsible for all kind of karmic baggage, all kind of breaks, all kind of obstacles. So let's say, for example, like the way in the beginning only I told you this thing, that moon nakshatra can be seen as the nakshatra which holds all the akashic records of your deeds done in the past life. So all the bad deeds might get punished through this nakshatra number 23 from your moon nakshatra. So if you have any of your natal planets present over here on the nakshatra number 23, you actually need to do strong proportionatory measures, remedial measures in order to appease those nakshatra. And any point of time, the major transit, if it is going to be happening through your this Vinasha nakshatra, you have to remain bit cautious. Moving ahead, friends, now you have to stop at the nakshatra number 25 starting from your moon nakshatra. So now this nakshatra is known as the Mansa nakshatra in Nadi Jyotish or Nadi nakshatra. So this nakshatra is definitely going to tell about your deep penetrating, piercing thinking process. When we talk about your subconscious, when we talk about deep hidden forces, inspiration, intuition, so that or this nakshatra is definitely going to give you insights and information regarding all of that. And last guys, the last stop starting from your moon nakshatra is the nakshatra number 27, the nakshatra which is just previous to your moon nakshatra. So now this nakshatra is known as the Abhisheka in the terminologies of the Nadi nakshatra, and this is a very prominent nakshatra which act as the best friend of your moon nakshatra, and it actually helps you, supports you and provides you all the opportunities, all the provisions, all the tools to succeed in this lifetime. So that is something, friends, which I wanted to tell you. See, I wanted to make this discussion very discreet, very concise. That is the reason I only emphasized only on the moon nakshatra. All those people who have been practicing astrology for a long time, they generally do it from their ascendant nakshatra as well, from your ongoing dasha nakshatra as well, but that might be complicated for you at the beginning. The idea for making this video came to me because recently only I was approached for a compatibility or a marriage consultation. Not only the charts of both the prospective people were not showing good signs of compatibility, but at the same time I also saw this Vinasha combination, another combination in the moon nakshatra as well. So that is the only reason I got this inspiration that it is very important for you guys to know that out of all these 27 nakshatra, you cannot restrict your study, your analysis only to, okay, this is my moon nakshatra or this is my ascendant nakshatra. That is all which I want to know out of all the ocean of knowledge, all the 27 nakshatra. You also need to have an idea about which nakshatra is very important for your professional success, which nakshatra is very important for your new initiation of the projects, which nakshatra holds the potential to give you all kind of support for your professional success and endeavors. And that is something which I wanted to present to you guys over here in this video. And if required, and basis your participation and your response, I might even consider making another video where we will take up the case of any celebrity and we will try to study the important achievement, accomplishment and milestone of that celebrity basis the support or the pulse of the nakshatra supporting that person. So for further more updates and notifications on the divine science of astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Thank you.